I'm recording.
This meeting is being recorded.
Putting in this thing. Okay. I'm gonna mute you. Mutey. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. You sound good. I'm good. How are you? Good. Try went camping this weekend without me. Yeah. I think the same. Goblin. Him and Christine and Kendall. This other guy, Kendall, and Becca. And maybe that's all. I don't know. Your face. I don't think so. I don't think we don't know them super well, but they're cool. They're cool. Aren't they so cute?
Yes, this whole place
I
is
know, aren't they
darling.
so cute? See them looking just darling? Oh. So, okay. All righty. Okay, folks. I don't know your name. Hi, what's your name? I don't know you. Anya? I'm Katie. Nice to meet you. Okay, sweet. Thanks for coming back, Anya. What's up? You're crazy. You're crazy. Is this your mat? Whose blocks are those? Oh, okay. What is she doing? She right there. All right, friends, yogis, welcome. Thank you so much for being here on this Sunday morning. Some special announcements. Let me just think for a moment. I have 3 monthly offerings that I do every month. And the one that's coming up next, they're breathwork offerings. The one that's coming up next is called Emerge, and it's on Friday. So it's Friday at 7:15. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Don't be afraid of the front, Amber, right up here. No pressure. So about 1.5 to 2 hours this coming now Friday. It's Emerge, which is intended for anyone who is going through any sort of transition in their life, whether it be like a relationship, a faith transition, a death, just moving. Like, I feel like we're all in transition in some way or another. So really it's just for everyone. And it's just breath work and sound. I have a sound guy, Brady Bloom, if you know him. He's my fave to work with. He does like a bunch of different types of drums. He does tabla drums, and just a bunch of different ones that I don't even know what they're called. And then he has his harmonica. He has like a jaw harp. He sings. He does live looping. So he has like his little iPad that he's looping tracks and sounds together, making like a live ambient experience for you. So it's fun. Well, I don't know if fun's the right word, but it's an experience. So Friday, 7:15, if you're around, I'd love to have you. It's $30 per person. And then that's all I can think of right now. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Any questions, comments, concerns, requests before we start? Let's just practice then, my friends. So let's start in our comfortable seat, which many of you are already there. If you want to make any adjustments or take any little movements, just kind of feel into your physical body a little bit. I always like to get a little physical feedback before settling in. So maybe just feel around, wiggle a little. And then as you are ready, no rush, Find your way into stillness. So eventually, close your eyes. And rest your hand somewhere, some way intentionally. So maybe your hands just rest on your lap. Thanks, Sarah. Maybe hands to your heart. Maybe even one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And take these first few moments to just sit and notice. So see if you can allow yourself to simply just be without needing to follow all your impulses to do. So letting go of anticipation, letting go of what comes next, and just feeling your body in this space, seated meditation. Noticing how you are, not just physically, but also emotionally, mentally, energetically. And start to notice, if you haven't already, start to notice your breath, the rise and fall, the expansion and contraction. And you might even notice your natural breath. Where does it move to? Where does it flow into? So does it stop up in your chest? Does it move down into your ribs? Can you possibly even feel it down in your belly? And next time you breathe in, very intentionally, fill up as big as you can. And take a moment to just hold in that fullness. See if you can even sip in a little bit more. And then open your mouth and just big sigh, let it go. Ah. Very nice. Do that a couple more times. So great big inhale, fill up. Take a moment to hold in that fullness. As you hold your breath, see if you can find a sense of relaxation and softness around your held breath. And then when you're ready, open your mouth and just let it go. Sigh it out. Ah, good job. One more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Like you're waking your body up from the inside. Let your breath move into every tiny little space, circulate around. And then when you're ready, just let it go. Sigh it out. Ah. Good job. Seal your lips now and begin to drop into Ujjayi breath. So inhale is like a deep, slow motion gas. Exhale is like you're fogging up a window with your lips sealed on top of the breath. So see if you can start to create that whisper noise, that oceanic sound with your breath. And then use it as just another tool to anchor you into the present moment. So when you're focusing on your inhale as it's happening, on your exhale as it's happening, you can't help but be present. You can't help but just kind of let everything else fall away. So you are right here, right now in your body with your breath. Stay here in your seated meditation for as long as you would like. So if it feels really nice to just sit and breathe and notice, stay here a little longer and savor it. If you are ready for some movement, take your Ujjayi breath with you and come forward onto your hands and your knees. So once you're on hands and knees, just take a few rounds of cat-cows. Inhale to arch your spine or extend your spine. And exhale to round your spine or flex your spine. So back and forth through those two movements a few times, just really feeling in through the flexion and extension of your spinal column, feeling into the mobility there, noticing what feels really good and then what might feel just a little bit tight or stiff or tender today. Really connecting deeply to your breath. So rather than just mindlessly going back and forth through these two movements, see if you can use your breath to guide the movement. And if it helps, close your eyes so you're able to tune in a little bit more. Finish the round you are on, or maybe take one more round. And then just come back to neutral spine position, regular hands and knees. We'll take thread the needle. So bring your knees at least hips width distance apart if they're not already. Take your right arm out to the right and then all the way up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, thread your right arm through. So reach underneath. Come down to rest on the outside of your shoulder, outside of your head, nice and gently. And you can take this wherever you'd like, explore in your own way, and just really breathe into your back body. So feel your breath in your upper back, the space between your shoulder blades, mid back, space in between your ribs, and even down into your low back, your kidneys. Take about 2 more rounds on this side. All the way to empty with each exhale. If you do happen to have your left hand or left knee lifted, bring them both back to the ground. And then next inhalation, unthread your right arm, reach it out and up one more time, open. And then exhale, set your right hand down. And take a few circles with your hips in between sides. So all the way around in a great big circle, as big as you can make it. You might come all the way forward, almost like you're in a cobra position or an up dog. You might sit all the way back into a child's pose. So just feeling around. Creating space. 1 or 2 more breaths, just working in this way. And then let's bring it back to neutral spine, setting up for the other side. So knees at least hips width distance apart. This time take your left arm out and up, breathe in. And exhale to thread it through. Come down to rest again, gently outside of your shoulder, outside of your head, and anywhere you'd like to take it. Big deep breaths. And feel free to explore a little bit, to move a little bit. Maybe you just move your hips a little bit from side to side and notice how that feels. Maybe you explore with your right arm. You could reach it up and back. You could push into the ground with your right fingertips. Just use your breath. Big, spacious inhales. Long, slow exhales all the way to emptiness. Take about 3 more. Soft through your face, through your jaw, through your forehead. If you do happen to have your right hand lifted or your right knee lifted, bring them both back to the earth. And then next time you inhale, unthread your left arm, reach it out and up 1 more time, open. And then exhale, left hand down. Feel free to take a few hip circles or a little bit of intuitive movement if you'd like. Eventually, downward facing dog is where we will end up. So start your transition back whenever you are ready. Nice job, friends. Back in your down dog. Keep your exploration going. So keep feeling around. Maybe pedal out your heels a bit. Maybe bend both of your knees a lot and just focus on lengthening from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Maybe you give your head a little shake, yes or no. So make sure you have lots of space in your shoulders. If you shake your head no, and you feel like your head's kind of getting caught in between your arms, See if you can externally rotate your shoulders out away from your ears so there's plenty of space. Maybe you even take your hands out just a little bit wider. See how that feels. So breathe into your down dog and notice how it feels for you today. So rather than tuning out because you know down dog is familiar, actually tune in and see what you can notice in this moment. See how you can adjust in this moment to be more efficient in your own body or with your own breath. Take one more great big inhale, push the ground away with your fingertips, lift through your sit bones. And then as you exhale, look forward to the top of your space. However you want to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, just hang out for a moment. So I would recommend feet at least hips width distance apart, maybe even a little bit wider for this first one. Feel free to grab opposite elbows for ragdoll, or even bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull, give the back of your neck some traction. So bend your knees as much as needed so that you can relax your neck and let your head be heavy. And then focus not on straightening your legs, but on just lifting your butt as high as you can. So bring your weight slightly forward, less in your heels, more in your toes and the balls of your feet. Use your core to lift your butt up, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky, and then breathe into your back body. Breathe down the backs of your legs. Soften your face, relax your neck. Take one more round. Nice, Rachel. As you breathe in, find a halfway lift position. So spine long, crown reaches forward, tops of thighs press back. Exhale, fold and bow. Do that again, halfway lift. So get all the rounding out of your back, lots of length. And exhale, let it go, fold. Good job. This time, come through your halfway lift and rise all the way up, arms to the sky, big full body stretch. Hands to heart as you exhale. Flow with your breath for just a moment. Inhale, high mountain, reach and stretch. Exhale, slow dive down. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Yes, halfway lift position. Inhale. Exhale, bow. Nice, Mari. Fold in. Press into your feet. Lead with your heart. Rise up. Arms to the sky. Breathe in. Stretch. Lengthen. Hands to heart center. Exhale. We'll do one more round just like that. Maybe try closing your eyes. Inhale, reach up. So moving meditation, exhale, follow your breath down. Feel your body move through space. Yes, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen, spine parallel to the ground. Feel the rounding out of your back. Yeah, and exhale, fold. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, take it all the way to stand, arms to the sky, high mountain, maybe you even gaze up, and hands to heart center as you exhale. Nice job. Inhale, take your arms to the sky, and side body stretch of your choice over to the right. So you might bring your right hand to your right hip, you might grab your left wrist, maybe you interlace your fingers. So you do whatever feels best for you, just working the length in your left side. So maybe a little more weight in your left foot. Hips move left as your upper body reaches towards the windows. Breathe into your left waistline, rib cage. Nice, Natalia. Take one more full round. Perhaps you can stretch just a little bit further. Inhale back to center, realign. And then with your exhale, other side, your own variation once again. More weight in your left foot, hips move left as your upper body reaches right. Keep your right shoulder back and down. So rather than right arm in front of your face, right bicep is next to your ear. Nice, Sean. And then breathe into your right waistline, the space between your ribs. See if you can increase that space just by breathing bigger. One more round. Nice, comma. As you inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. So make sure your shoulders aren't rolling forward, back and down. Shoulder blades hug your spine. And then if you can even press your palms together, bend your elbows. Imagine your elbows are magnetized. Try to squeeze them closer. Now see if you can keep all of that and reach your hands back away from your body. Maybe it's a little, maybe it's a lot. Final option, little baby back bend. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Don't let your head collapse back, but think of extending back with strength in the sides of your neck. Take one more in-breath, pop up through your chest. Keep your clasp. Exhale, hinge at your hips all the way down into your fold. Nice width. Hang out in your fold with your fingers interlaced for a few breaths. So maybe you bend your knees, relax your neck, let your head be heavy. Sit bones towards the sky, so use your core, and then knuckles lift even higher. They might even start to reach forward. Awesome job, friends. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back first, then release your clasp, nice and easy. Let your arms hang down. You can shake them out if you want to. Next time you inhale, halfway lift position, spine nice and long, realign. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. So top of a push-up, push the ground away with your hands and find the strength in your arms. Navel to spine connection. Take a big inhale and a little tiny rock forward onto your tippy toes or knees come down to modify. Exhale, slowly lower down, one strong straight line. Yes, nice, Steve. Find a back bend of your choice. So baby cobra, full cobra, Spider-Man, Sphinx, up dog. Stay for as long as you want to. And then when you are ready, downward facing dog. Take it all the way back. No rush. Big deep breaths in your down dog, about 5 rounds. And feel free, if you want to move and explore, go for it. You want to find stillness and maybe just feel into those little tiny micro movements, the ones I cannot see if I'm looking at you, but you feel them on the inside. So anything to help you be more efficient in your body so that you hold yourself with less effort. Use your breath to support you here. Nice job, you guys. Take a couple more rounds. Feeling whatever there is to feel, noticing whatever there is to notice. Creating space with every breath you take. Take one last big inhalation, push the ground away. And then exhale, gaze forward, step, tiptoe, or float top of your mat, forward fold. Breathe into your halfway lift, spine parallel to the ground, lengthen out. Stick your butt out. Exhale, fold, bow. Root through your feet, rise up, arms to the sky, high mountain. Hands to your heart center as you exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up. And then as you exhale, chair plane. So bend your knees, swing your arms back behind you. Keep your heart lifted. So rather than looking down at the ground and rounding, you're in spinal extension. Shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. Your shoulders are rolling back and down. Your heart is slightly lifted. As you stick your butt out behind you, you should feel a connection to your core, to your center. Stay where you are at, or option to float up onto your tiptoes. So lift your heels really high. And as you lift your heels high, see if you can sit your butt down a little bit lower, bend your knees a little bit more. Yes, good work. Take one more round. Soften your face. Inhale, set your heels down, arcing Tadasana. So rise up, open up, practice your arms, lift your heart. And as you exhale, we'll dive down. I like to bring my hands together at my third eye center and just take it all the way down into a fold. Good job. Halfway lift position, heels on the ground as you lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you would like, with awareness, with intention. Nice, Laura. Take your time, no rush. We'll see you back in downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath, fire it up. So feel it and hear it as it flows through. Next time you inhale, take your right leg to the sky. So if you want, you can open your hip or explore a little bit with your right leg. Maybe roll out your ankle or circle your knee. But then eventually square off your hips. So just in your next couple breaths. So square hips, inner thighs face each other, right hip faces down and slightly back. Make your right leg as long and as strong and as powerful as you can. I don't care about height. Go for length, strength, and power. So press into your fingertips and then press up through your right foot. Lift from your belly button, from your center. One more inhale. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So round and hollow out. Stay here as you breathe in. See if you can push the ground away higher on your tippy toes. And then exhale, step forward softly, low lunge. Rise to your crescent lunge in your own time. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. And then find stability by hugging towards midline. So your front hip pulls back, your back hip pulls forward, your femur bones plug into the sockets, and your weight should feel nice and centered here. So your back leg is just as strong as your front leg. Lift your heart, maybe even take your gaze up a bit. Be intentional even through your fingers. So either spread your fingers really wide, energy shooting out of them, or intentionally today, maybe you want to soften your hands a little bit. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, hands to your heart center, bend your back knee to a hover. You can stay here, and we'll call this turbo dog, or excuse me, turbo lunge, or option to float your back leg forward, coming into what I call praying monkey. So your left knee meets your right knee and your inner thighs squeeze together. Stay low in your legs. So you still got a big deep bend in your right knee. See if you can keep your heart lifted. Left heel towards your left butt cheek behind you. Take one more round. And then as you inhale, everybody back to crescent. So step your left foot back, arms reach up, heart lifts up. Good job. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step your back foot forward about a foot or so for pyramid pose, pyramid stance. So I like my feet personally on 2 train tracks, all 10 toes face forward. Some people prefer a balance beam with a little angle in their back foot. We want to work our hips towards square. So whatever will work best for you, find your stance and then inhale to a halfway lift position. So spine long, and as you lengthen your spine, focus on pulling your right butt cheek back as far as you can. So right butt cheek back, crown of your head forward. Take one more inhale, lots of length. And then as you exhale, fold, forehead towards your front shin. Nice, Charlotte, nose towards your knee, navel towards your spine. So every exhalation, draw your belly button in and up. And from that place, see if you can dive a little deeper, fold a little further. Both feet flat on the ground. Pull your right butt cheek way back. Press back through the top of your right thigh. Breathe. Use your exhales to work your fold. If you feel your front leg trembling and shaking, that's a good thing. It means you've met an edge. Be with it. Breathe into it. Soften around it. Take just one more breath. Use your exhale to dive as deep as you can. End of your exhale, standing splits. Walk your hands forward a little bit, float your back leg to the sky. So left leg lifts, I don't care how high, I do care about length, strength, and power. So activate all the way up into your left toes. See if you can spread your left toes. Choose to stay where you're at and breathe. Or maybe you want to play a little bit. Play with balance, right arm behind right leg. Play with handstand hops. Take just a couple more rounds. Left foot active. If you're holding standing splits, relax your neck. Nice McKinley. So just like you would do in a forward fold, gaze somewhere back behind you or even up rather than forward. Take one more in breath. Nice, Jamie. Exhale, Shiva squat. So tuck your left knee into the back of your right knee. Both knees bend, get small. Inhale, re-extend your left leg high. And then as you exhale, step your left foot all the way back. This time, set up for a warrior two. So back heel pivots down, cartwheel your arms up, settle in. Right toes directly forward, left toes directly to the left. Beautiful. Wrap your right butt cheek underneath your body and feel your front knee track open toward your pinky toe. Next time you inhale, legs stay the same, but reach forward like you want to touch the front wall. Reach, reach, reach. When you can't reach anymore, right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. So your arms are the only thing that need to change. Heart stays open, hips stay open. Stay where you're at, or if there's a way you want to explore this pose, feel free. So maybe left arm reaches towards the front wall, maybe half or full bind. Maybe your right elbow is resting gently on your right thigh. Keep wrapping your right butt cheek, tracking your right knee open. Stay rooted through your back foot, strong through your back leg. Take one more huge breath. Awesome, Sarah. As you inhale, reverse warrior. So come through warrior two. Reach up, reach back, lengthen. Yeah, keep the deep bend in your right knee. Keep tracking your right knee towards your pinky toe, and then lift your right ribs up away from your right hip and breathe into that space. Beautiful. Soft through your face, not straining, just using your breath to create more length, breath by breath. Keep bending into your front knee, maybe bend just a little bit more, and then reach just a little further. One more inhale. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. So all 10 toes face the long edge of your mat now. Take your arms to the sky on an in-breath. And then as you exhale, slow dive down into your wide-legged fold. Go wherever you want to go here for about 5 rounds of breath. So any exploration you want to take, or maybe you just find stillness. Feel into those little tiny micro movements from the inside. If you're holding your fold, make sure all 10 toes face directly forward. So if your toes are pointing out and heels are pointing in, you're missing the stretch in the backs of your legs. So toes face forward, and if you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. Lift your butt as high as you can as you work the crown of your head closer to the ground. And wherever you've chosen to go, breath is right there with you. Take a couple more rounds. Feel free to exhale out your mouth anytime. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees as much as needed. And then crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes to face forward. You're back in a low lunge. Now listen, from low lunge, 3-legged down dog. Take your right leg back and up. Inhale, you can either exhale straight to down dog or exhale rock forward, 3-legged plank, or your variation of plank to chaturanga, lower down. Inhale to lift your heart. Keep your shoulders back and down away from your ears. And as you are ready, downward facing dog. Walk it out, find your breath. Good job. From your dog pose, inhale your left leg to the sky. And take a moment, you can explore, open your hip, roll out your ankle or anything that would feel good or interesting. Nice bend. In your next couple of rounds, square hips. So for your square hips, inner thighs face one another. Left hip faces down, slightly back. Nice, Sean. Good, Lainey. I do not care about height, but I do care about length, strength, and power. So send your breath through your left leg all the way up into your left toe. See if you can feel them activate. Maybe they're spreading, maybe they're pointing, flointing. Take one more inhale. Nice, Tiffany. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in. Shoulders over wrists. High on your back, tippy toes. Push the ground away. Lift your waistline. And then step forward softly. Good work. Rise up, crescent lunge, no rush. So front knee over front ankle. All of your toes face directly forward. So square hips. Pull your front hip back energetically. Pull your back hip forward energetically. Feel your inner thighs hug towards midline. Lowest, deepest abdominals are toned. So you're not squeezing your abdominals, but you're just pulling your belly button in and up. So you should feel a little support, a little length in your low back. Take one more inhale, maybe even gaze up. As you exhale, prayer hands and bend your back knee to a hover turbo lunge. You can choose to stay here or praying monkey. So right knee meets your left knee. You're balancing on your left foot. Stay low in your left leg. So you should feel some heat building in your left leg. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Try to stay lifted slightly through your heart. Take one more round of breath. Awesome job. Right heel towards your right butt cheek behind you. And then back to crescent lunge. Step your right foot back, arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Now set up your pyramid pose. Back foot steps forward about a foot or so. So you want both feet flat on the ground. Feet can be on 2 train tracks, 2 skis, or on a balance beam, whatever feels best in your body. Once you've got your stance set up, find a halfway lift position with your spine. So you can bring your hands up to your front thigh or your front shin and just focus on pulling your left butt cheek back, your right hip forward. So get your hips as square as possible, your spine as long as possible. And then as you are ready, work into your fold. Forehead towards shin. Nice, Natalie. Nose towards knee. Navel towards spine. So at the bottom of each exhale, that's your invitation to dive a little bit deeper from the inside. Keep pulling your left butt cheek up and back. Keep pressing back through the very top of your left thigh. And if you feel your left leg shaking and trembling, that's okay. Be with that. Breathe into it. Try not to roll onto the outer edge of your left foot, but stay rooted through the inner edge. Take about 2 more breaths to work your fold. So every single breath, something inside is shifting, even just the slightest bit. Good job. End of your next exhalation. Hands to the ground if they're not there already. So bend your front knee if needed, and then standing splits. Walk your hands forward a bit, float your back leg up. Very nice. So right leg, I don't care about height. I do care about length, strength, power. So make your right leg strong, right foot active. If you're holding, your neck can relax. If you're playing, maybe you want to play with handstand hops or play with your balance. So just be intentional. Feel whatever there is to feel. Your hands are just there to help with balance, but most of the weight is in your left foot. See if you can use your core strength to lift you out of your left leg. So it's like there's a rope attached to your belly button, pulling up towards the sky. Take one more inhale. Exhale, Shiva squat. So right knee tucks in the back of your left knee, both knees bend, get small. Inhale, re-extend, get long. And then as you exhale, step your right foot all the way back. Warrior 2, rise when you are ready. Back foot parallel to the back edge of your mat. Nice job. So left toes face directly forward, right toes directly to the right. Bend your front knee a lot and feel it tracking open towards your pinky toe rather than collapsing in towards your big toe. Nice, Rachel. Stay in your legs, so legs don't move, but your upper body now, reach forward. Try to touch the front wall with your left fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. When you can't reach anymore, just your arms change. Left arm towards the ground, right towards the sky. You can also bring left hand to a block or left elbow to left thigh. Heart stays open, hips stay open. If you want to reach your right arm forward, half bind, full bind, if there's any variation you want to explore, go for it. About 2 more breaths. Back foot stays rooted, back leg stays strong. All the way to empty at the bottom of your next exhale. Press into your feet, rise up, reverse warrior. So reach up, reach back. Lengthen through your left side. Keep that deep bend in your left knee and keep tracking your knee open towards your pinky toe. Nice, Steve. Breathe into your left waistline, your left rib cage. How much space can you create? Stay strong through your right side. So your right obliques, those side abdominals, are engaging to hold and support you as you stretch your left side. Take one more inhale. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. So all of your toes now face the long edge of your mat. Arms to the sky as you breathe in. And then listen, friends, exhale just for this one. Hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Maybe reach your hands back. Maybe lift your heart up. One more in-breath. Now keep your clasp. Hinge at your hips. Lead with your heart. Take it all the way down. Wide-legged forward fold with your fingers interlaced. So you have to engage your core to hold yourself in this position without your hands on the ground. So see if you can use your core strength to lift your butt even higher as the crown of your head reaches towards the ground. Feel that connection to your center. Yes, maybe lift your knuckles higher, possibly even start to reach your knuckles towards the windows. If you want to let go of your clasp at any time, choice is yours. You've got about 3 more breaths. So just feeling into what's there, feeling into the stretch in your legs, nice, Natalia, feeling into the opening in the front of your shoulders, soft through your face, big deep breaths. One more inhale if you still got your clasp, and then exhale, hands to low back, release your clasp, halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate toes forward, back to a low lunge. From low lunge, 3-legged dog, breathe in, left leg high. Nice, Talia. And then exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward, your variation, plank to chaturanga. Nice, Jamie. Inhale, lift your heart. Beautiful. And then back to your down dog whenever you're ready. Or if you would rather take a child's pose here, please feel free. So give yourself a moment just to feel into your body, reconnect to your breath. Notice all that energy that you've stirred up inside, just flowing around, circulating through you. Feel your big, deep breaths. We'll move through that entire sequence now. 1 breath, 1 movement, and it does not mean we speed through it with momentum. It means we move super slowly and intentionally with our slow, deep breaths. So if I'm cueing too slow for you, see if you can breathe bigger and deeper. If at any time you want to do your own thing, you want to move on your own, you want to take a break, please honor that. This is your practice, so give your body what you need. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog. All right, big inhale into your dog pose, fill up. Exhale, look forward, step or float, top of your space, forward fold. Lift halfway with your in-breath, lots of length, nice width. Exhale, bow, let it go. Root through your feet, take it all the way to stand. Big full body stretch, inhale. And hands to heart, exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So swing your arms back, maybe float up to tiptoes, find your balance. Inhale, heels down, arcing Tadasana. So rise up and open up, lift your heart, cactus your arms. Exhale, dive down slowly, perhaps prayer hands at your third eye as you take it all the way down into your fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Try to keep that exhale going. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale, right leg to the sky, lengthen, powerful and strong. And then exhale, step your right foot through softly, nice amber. Rise with your in-breath, crescent lunge. And then you choose turbo lunge or praying monkey. Exhale, option to bring your left leg forward. Inhale, back to crescent. Exhale, hands come down. Pyramid stance with a halfway lift. So inhale and everything gets long. Exhale, work your fold all the way to empty. Forehead towards chin, nose toward knee, navel towards spine. Inhale, standing splits. Walk your hands forward, float your back leg up. Exhale, Shiva squat. Left knee tucks into the back of right. Curl in, get small. Inhale, get long. You can take a handstand hop if you want. And then exhale, step your left foot all the way back. Set up your warrior two stance and inhale, rise. Virabhadrasana 2. Good job. Exhale, side angle. Reach forward, tip it all the way over, empty all the way out. Yes, inhale, reverse warrior. Stay in your legs, reach up, reach back. Good job. Exhale, warrior 2. And as you inhale, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, take both arms to the sky. Exhale, dive down, wide-legged forward fold, all the way to empty, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. Halfway lift, fingertips down, inhale. Crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Take your right leg back and up. Exhale, straight to down dog or vinyasa. Come forward, chaturanga. Yes, heart lifts. Breathe in. Hips lift. Breathe out. Nice, Laura. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Stretch it out. Strong and powerful. Exhale, step through softly. Crescent with your in-breath. Rise up, strong legs. Exhale, hands to heart, and you choose turbo lunge or praying monkey. Inhale, back to crescent. Arms up, heart lifts. Hands to the ground, exhale. Step your back foot forward a bit, set up your pyramid stance, lengthen halfway. And then exhale, work your fold all the way to empty in your breath, navel to spine, dive as deep as you can. Inhale, standing splits, walk your hands forward, float your back leg high. Nice reach. Exhale, Shiva squat, right knee tucks in the back of left. Good, Andrea. Inhale, re-extend. You can take a hop if you want, just for funsies. And then exhale, step your right foot all the way to the back of your mat. Set up your warrior two stance. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2, rise up. Exhale, side angle, reach forward and then tip it over all the way to empty in your breath. Press into your feet, inhale, reverse. Reach up, reach back. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Parallel your feet, arms reach up. And exhale, dive down all the way to empty as you fold. Halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate toes forward. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg to the sky. Good, McKinley. Exhale, straight to down dog or vinyasa, rock forward. Plank to chaturanga. Heart lifts with your in-breath. And hips lift, exhale. Take just a moment here. Find your breath, reconnect. If you want to take a couple open mouth sighs, might feel really nice. We'll go through that entire sequence one more time, breath to movement. I'm going to add in a few little changes, a few small additions. So just like you always do, stay present and listen to my cues. Take what works, leave the rest behind. Take one more inhale into your down dog. And exhale, look forward, step or float, top of your space. Lift halfway as you breathe in. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet all the way up. Big stretch at the top. Inhale. Hands to heart. Exhale. All right, listen carefully. Inhale, reach up. Side body stretch of your choice over to your right. Hips to your left, all the way to empty. Inhale through center. Other side, up and over. Exhale. Inhale, center. Now chair plane or drinking bird. Bend your knees, swing your arms back. Maybe float to your tiptoes. Heels down, arcing Tadasana. Rise up, cactus your arms, lift your heart. And exhale takes you down. Option for hands to your third eye as you dive. Nice, Sean. Lift halfway, heels on the ground. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga or skip it. Heart lifts, breathe in. Down dog as you breathe out. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot steps through softly. Crescent lunge with your in-breath. Rise, strong legs. You choose turbo lunge or praying monkey. Hands to heart. Left knee meets right for praying monkey. Inhale, back to crescent. Reach your arms up. Take your gaze up. Exhale, hands come down. Pyramid stance with a halfway lift. Breathe in, lengthen everything. Pull your right butt cheek back. And exhale, fold deeply all the way to empty. Inhale, standing splits. Walk your hands forward. Float your left leg to the sky. Exhale, Shiva squat. Get small, both knees bend. Nice, comma. Inhale. Back to standing splits. Left leg high. Take a hop if you want. Exhale, step your left foot back, set up your warrior two stance, and on your inhale, rise. Settle in. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over. Listen, we're gonna pause here. Option for balancing half moon if you would like to take it. So reach your right hand forward. Maybe you've got a block underneath your right hand. Back foot floats up. Make your back leg strong, like you're stomping your back foot on the back wall. Ardha Chandra Chapasana is welcome. If you want to take the bind, bend your knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Wherever you've chosen to go, couple more breaths. Nice bend. Good job, friends. Now slowly and mindfully, see if you can come back to a warrior two, soft landing if possible. Take just a moment to settle in, to adjust if needed. Next inhale, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotates up, reach up and back. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten your legs, parallel your feet, arms to the sky. Breathe in. And then exhale, take your dive down all the way to empty as you fold deeply. Halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Inhale. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, rotate toes forward. Now listen, inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Hold here or exhale, right knee, left elbow, as close as you can come. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, right to right. Aim as high as you can on your right arm. Yeah, inhale, back up. Last one, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly around your spine. Inhale, lengthen, three-legged dog. Now listen, open your hip, bend your right knee. Stay here or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind, right arm reaches forward, heart forward. Lift your hips and feel the strength in your back body. If you are in the back bend, see if you can take one more great big huge breath. And then everybody, regular down dog, walk it out. You can keep walking it out. Or next inhale, rock forward to your high plank. Option to hover your right leg if you want to. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Nice, Mari. Lift your heart, inhale. Lift your hips, exhale. All right, one more side. Inhale your left leg to the sky. You're almost there. Stick with it. Exhale, left foot forward. Crescent lunge, rise, breathe in. Turbo lunge or praying monkey, hands to heart, option to bring your right knee to meet left. Inhale, back to crescent, reach up, maybe gaze up. Hands come down, exhale, step your back foot in a little bit, pyramid pose with a halfway lift to begin, breathe in. And then exhale, work your fold all the way to empty, forehead to shin, nose to knee. And standing splits with your in-breath, right leg floats high, spread your toes. Shiva squat, exhale, right knee tucks into the back of left. Nice, Sean. Inhale, get long again, standing splits. Exhale, step your right foot back, set up your warrior two legs, and then inhale, rise. Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over, pause. Hold in side angle, work your side angle with your breath, with your awareness, or option for balancing half moon. Left hand reaches forward. Maybe you're using a block. Right leg floats up. Keep your right leg strong, like you're stomping it on the back wall. So you want it to support itself rather than feeling like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. If you want to add the bind, go for it. Bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Wherever you are at, about 2 more deep breaths. Open through your heart, through your hips. Nice work. See if you can land back in a warrior two. So everybody, Virabhadrasana 2. Nice job. Find your breath, settle in. Next inhalation, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Nice, Stella. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, take your arms to the sky. Inhale. And last time, take your dive down into your wide-legged fold all the way to empty in your breath. Halfway lift. Inhale, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. Listen, three-legged down dog, left leg to the sky. Stay here and hold, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. So a little twist, push the ground away. Inhale, back up, three-legged dog. Left to left, as high as you can get on your left arm. Push the ground away. Yeah. Inhale, back up, lengthen. Last one, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly around your spine. Inhale, back up, pause, open your hip, bend your knee. Stay here or flip your dog. So left foot steps down, left arm forward, nice Jamie, heart forward. Feel your back muscles squeeze around your spine, supporting your spine. One more breath. Beautiful. Nice rage. Come back, everybody. Regular down dog. Walk it out. You can keep walking it out. Or next inhale, rock forward, plank, option to hover left leg. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to lift your heart. And everybody now, just child's pose or any resting pose of your choice. So take a moment to slow down, to feel, to observe, to just be in your body. If you want to sigh out your mouth a couple of times, might feel really good. See if you can just embrace what you feel. So if you're hot and you're starting to sweat, rather than trying to resist that, can you just let yourself be hot? Let your body sweat. Nice job, friends. Take a couple more breaths. And then downward facing dog. All right, big, huge inhalation into your dog pose, lots of length. And then exhale, look to the top of your space, however you want to get there, forward fold. Lift halfway as you breathe in, lengthen out. Exhale, let it go. Root through your feet all the way to stand. Arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right. Balancing on your left foot, float your right knee up into space, standing staff. So take a moment to find your balance here. Maybe find something to focus your gaze on, your drishti. Make your right foot active. So flex your toes back towards your shin, dorsal flexion. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, figure four or one-legged chair. So sit back, hands can stay at your heart. Arms can reach back like chair plane, or maybe you just want to bring your hands to your legs, to your top leg. Or you could even move into a forward fold variation. Maybe you've been working on an arm balance. You want to play with it here. So anything goes. You're standing hip opener for about 4 or 5 rounds. Keep the flexion in your right toes. Keep actively pressing your ankle into the top of your thigh. If you are holding in a chair position, most of your weight is back in your left heel. Good, you guys. Nice, Natalia. Take about 2 more rounds. Imagine your breath can move down into your right hip. Nice width. See if possibly you can stay balanced on your left foot and come back to a standing staff pose. So arms will reach up this time. Right knee lifts again. If you want more intensity, extend your right leg forward. Try not to lean back. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, warrior 3. So slowly kick your right foot back behind you. Maybe your arms reach forward, or maybe you modify with your arms. You can bring them to your heart center. Find your warrior 3 and take at least 1, maybe even 2 big breaths. Nice, Charlotte. Land in a low lunge position. So hands frame your front foot, right toes to the back of your mat. Nice, Sean. Take a moment in your low lunge to adjust if you need to. Switch out your legs, Natalia. And then we're going to twist. So right hand will stay down and left arm will reach up. Revolve lunge. And you can absolutely stay here, or option to take it a little bit deeper. Walk your right hand off the right side of your mat and reach your left fingertips back. See if you can let your heart look up. Keep your legs strong. So try not to sink into your hips. Feel the mobility in your mid back. So open your heart. Take one more big, huge breath. Awesome, Talia. Awesome, Sarah. End of your exhale. Let that go. Bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out wide to the width of your mat, maybe even onto the hardwood floor. And then start to lower your upper body towards the ground. Back knee can stay lifted, or back knee can come down for a little less intensity. Yeah. Try not to let your left knee fall in, but keep it tracking out, open. Maybe you pivot your left toes slightly out to the left, or even roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Just keep your ankle nice and strong. This is uncomfortable. It's not meant to be comfortable. So see if you can be with that discomfort and just breathe. Yeah, if there's any variation you want to move into, feel free. About 3 more breaths. Try not to collapse over to your right, but encourage your weight to the left. Take 1 more round, maybe a big open mouth sigh. Yeah, come back up to your hands. Stack them under your shoulders. And then lift your back knee if it's on the ground. Work your left leg back so you're in a plank position. From your plank, side plank, right hand is your foundation. Left arm to the sky. You can be on the baby toe edge of your right foot, or maybe you want to bring your right knee down. Maybe you want to come down to your right forearm. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, lift your hips so high. So you want to use your obliques rather than sinking into your shoulder and your wrist. Option to reach your left arm forward towards me, and maybe even float your left leg up. See if you can lift your hips higher. Yes, awesome job. Thanks, Andrea. Take 1 more full round wherever you're at. Awesome, McKinley. End of your exhale, plank or modify. Inhale at the top. Exhale all the way to your belly. Back bend of your choice. And then for just a moment, sit back and rest. Child, embryo, puppy. Slow, steady inhales and exhales. And in your next couple of rounds, downward facing dog. All right, feel into all that length in your down dog. Maybe you notice a difference between one side and the other side, maybe not. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or hop, forward fold. Lift halfway, breathe in, spine parallel to the ground. Nice, come on, exhale, fold. Root through your feet all the way up, big, huge, full body stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, rooting down this time into into left leg. All right, into right leg. Left knee lifts. So right foot roots down, left knee lifts up. Thank you. Flex your left toes, hug in with your inner thighs. Find your balance, find your focus, your drishti. And then when you are ready, move into your figure four, your one-legged chair. So sit back, weight primarily in your right heel, or feel free to explore. So maybe you come into kind of a forward fold variation, hands to blocks or fingertips to the ground. Maybe you're working with an arm balance. You want to play for a moment, or even a twist. If you're holding that chair position, keep your weight back in your right heel. Both sit bones, both hips are reaching back. Keep the flexion in your left toes. Keep breathing slow and steady. Very nice. Couple more rounds of breath. Soften your face. So focused and alert, but calm and relaxed at the same time. See if you can stay balanced. Nice, Steve, on your right leg, and slowly come back to your standing staff. So arms up, left knee lifts. And if you do want that extra challenge, extend your left leg forward. Try not to lean back. Press through your heel. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, slow motion, warrior three. So arms might reach forward, or feel free to explore with your arms. See if you can hit your warrior three and be there for at least one, maybe two big breaths. Yes, and then eventually land in your low lunge position. So left foot steps back, hands frame your front foot. You can take a moment to adjust once you've arrived, and then add your twist. Left hand on the ground, right arm to the sky. Switch. So open through the right side of your heart. Perfect place to stay, or take it a little bit deeper. Walk your left hand off the left side of your mat. Reach your right hand back. So like you're trying to touch the person behind you. Your heart wants to look up at the sky. Don't collapse through your legs. So strong legs. Yes. Use your mid-back mobility to let your heart open a little bit more. One last big deep breath. Nice, Tiffany. End of your exhale, unwind. Hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out wide to the width of your mat, maybe even onto the hardwood floor. And then start to melt your heart down when you're ready. Right toes can pivot out to the right. You might roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Just keep your ankle strong. Try not to let your right knee fall in, but keep it tracking out, open. Try not to collapse to your left side, which I know is tempting. It's easier, but you just collapse the entire pose. So try to encourage your weight to the right and just slightly forward. Your knee on top of your ankle or a little bit behind your ankle to keep the mobility coming from your hip. If there's any variation you want to move into it or explore, go for it. About 3, maybe 4 more breaths. Sigh out your mouth at any time. Ah. So can you just be uncomfortable and not have to change it, not have to fix it? Just sit with it, soften around it, breathe into it. That's the yoga. Take your last couple rounds. Really good, everybody. Slowly start to find your way back up onto your hands. So stack your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift your back knee if it's on the ground. Work your right foot out and back so you'll be in a plank position. And then left hand will be your base this time. Side plank. Feel free to come down to your left knee or your left forearm to modify. Nice, Mari. Otherwise, you're lifting your hips really high and you want to feel your left side abdominals working. Option to reach your right arm forward, bicep next to your ear, lengthen your right side, maybe even float your right leg. See if you can lift your hips even higher. One more forward. Your personal fullest expression. Then back to plank. Inhale at the top. You're welcome to modify on your knees. Exhale, lower down. Heart lifts, back bend of your choice. And then for just a moment, sit back and rest, child's pose. Just feel, just breathe. Good job, friends. Last couple grounding breaths here. And then downward facing dog. All right. Right leg to the sky on an inhale. And then pigeon pose with your exhale. So right shin forward, gently bring your body down. If you know this pose serves you better in a seat or on your back, please feel free to take it there instead. If you're in regular pigeon, right knee is closer to the outer edge of your mat rather than midline. So you want to make sure you're getting the external rotation in your hip. Pull your front hip back. So you're pulling your front hip back as you take your heart forward. And especially if you are somebody that just has naturally more open hips, try not to let your right butt cheek rest on the ground, but keep it hovering a little bit above. So you do that by energetically hugging towards midline, stabilizing as you stretch. Take about 5 to 7 breaths here. Really good, good alignment, good awareness. Take about 3 or 4 more rounds. Exhale out your mouth anytime. Good job, you guys. One last huge breath. And then slowly start a transition back to your down dog, however you want to get there. So maybe you move back into a three-legged dog, give your right leg a nice little shake out. Maybe you just take it into a tabletop first, take some cat-cows or some circles with your hips. Maybe you want to move through a vinyasa to kind of reset. If you were taking pigeon on your back or in a seat, you're welcome to just take some neutralizing movements in between sides. Or if you want to come back to down dog with us, you're more than welcome to. Once you're back in your down dog, my friends, just walk it out, reconnect to your breath. Inhale, left leg to the sky. And exhale, pigeon pose, left shin forward, set your body down gently. Take your time to set yourself up on this side. So left knee wider than your left hip. Left hip is pulling back as your heart moves forward. Breathe. Anytime you feel like there's too much sensation, there's too much energy, give it somewhere to go. Sigh it out your mouth. Can you just be with the sensation, maybe with the discomfort, knowing that it's only temporary? Just be with it breath by breath, about 3 or 4 more rounds. And I will leave it up to you ultimately. So when you feel pretty much even on both sides, no rush, just begin one last transition back to down dog. If you're already on your back or in a seat and you want to move there, wait for us there, that's fine. If you're going back to down dog, maybe a 3-legged dog first, give your left leg a little shake out, maybe a vinyasa. Any little bits and pieces of movement, kind of neutralize. And then eventually just stretch it out in your down dog. Nice job, friends. In your next couple breaths or so, everybody find your way down onto your back. You can face whichever direction you would like. Once you're on your back, just draw your knees gently towards your belly and rock it out for a moment, side to side. And after a few rocks, after you've given your low back a nice little massage, supine spinal twist of your choice. Let's go legs to the right first. Left arm out to the left, or goal post your left arm against the ground. About 3 or 4 breaths. And just give your weight now to the ground. So any resistance, any tension, any parts of you that are trying to still hold yourself up, let go, give in, surrender, let the ground hold all of you. Ah. In your next couple of rounds, slow transition to the other side. And then when you feel pretty much even on both sides with your twist, come back to center. Find a happy baby pose. You can rock it out in your happy baby. You can extend one leg and then the other, both at the same time. And if there are any other stretches, movements, anything else that your body is still calling for to complete your own practice, and take a moment to just move through those and eventually start transitioning into your final relaxation. My thought for you as you make that transition, it's very simple. It says, this healing journey is not about becoming something or someone new, but rather unbecoming everything we are not. So in the center of our being, all of us are already whole. But sometimes life gets in the way. Sometimes stories or limiting beliefs get in the way. So underneath all the layers and really just all the shit that's built up over our lifetime, we're already completely whole, full beings of light, beings of love. That's what our essence is made of. So for these last few moments, just get curious about connecting to that part of yourself underneath it all. Let your breath become effortless. Let your body just give in, your muscles soften. And let your body just be a wide open space for energy, for sound, for vibration, for frequency to move through and resonate within. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Ah. And Just slowly, gently bring little movements back into your body. As you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. And take just a moment resting on your side body. Really let your practice settle, let the energy from that sound bath settle, and just kind of absorb in, sink in, seep in. And use the strength in your arms to slowly guide yourself up into seated meditation. Facing once again forward towards the front of your mat, the front of our space. Close your eyes and gather your hands to your own heart. We'll seal our practice together with one collective Om. So don't worry about how you sound. Just let your vibration move through your body. Hum out your mouth, use your voice. So start by just exhaling, emptying out, clear your throat if you need to. Breathe in your voice. Namaste. All right, friends, we did it. Survived another one. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me or Ruby. She knows more than me.